What's up, everybody? This is Jarrett from Bowling for Soup.
Hey, this is Samuel. How are you guys doing?
Hi, this is Frank Turner.
And I am Mega Ran.
And you are lucky enough to be listening to Upside Down Shark Radio.
Yeah, be ups and down. Don't worry about it.
Hey!
Go! Yeah!
Welcome to
Yeah!
Upside Down Shark Radio, episode 84. This is the
Yeah!
alternative pop culture podcast where we talk about all manner of things like video games, movies, music, TV, comic books, real books, dictionaries, and thesauruses. I am one of your hosts this week, the boy man wonder, Tom Baker. Joining me is Craig. You're alright, you look like you're out of breath.
Yeah! I'm okay, Tom.
Good.
You know, it's been a long road, but we finally made it.
To what?
Episode 84!
It has been a long road. What are we talking about on episode 84, Craig?
X-Men and the Avengers? Wheel of Time? Stead?
Stead? Who's Stead?
Oh my god. That's me in my stead.
Oh.
That's what they
No, we're talking about producer Stead on the cans over there.
Hello.
on the cans. On the cans.
Headphones
Yeah,
and real cans.
headphones.
He brought multiple cans.
Yeah, and we're not talking about soft drinks. Oh no, he's on the Bugfast. Can you get
Yeah.
Bugfast in a can? That's up to you. You can find us at Upside Down Shark Radio on Facebook, at UDS Radio on Twitter, Upside Down Shark on Instagram, and all of those places at UpsideDownShark.com. And if you want to be on the show or want us to feature anything, hit us up at UpsideDownSharkRadio@gmail.com. I should be on radio, shouldn't I?
You should. I've wasted all my energy on
I
that
think we
intro,
wasted all
so.
of our energy on our 24-hour charity live stream, which we did last Saturday, or
We
Saturday
did.
before last now.
It was 9 days ago.
9 days ago, on time of recording. It was quite the endeavour. We streamed for 24 hours in aid of the Shark Trust, which is a great UK charity which helps all of the aquatic life in our oceans. And I can't remember the exact total off the top of my head, but I think with gift aid we nearly hit about £400.
We definitely got over £300, which is a good amount.
I was very happy with that.
I was like, a £10 per hour was good enough for me. That's what I was
What?
aiming for. Just like life, you know. That's all
Is that
it
what you
cost me.
charge?
If you want to hire me for a party, right, £10 an hour, and that's me.
Craigogram.
But we got over £300, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah, we played lots of games.
Oh, the highlights, Tom.
Highlights.
You laying down at, what was 3 hours in?
Not even 3 hours.
So I think that was like
One in the
You're like
afternoon.
an hour. Yeah.
I'm just conserving my energy
Yep.
because this makes fascinating streaming apparently.
And then
Hey.
for some reason you did 41 push-ups. I don't
yeah.
know why you did that.
I did do that, didn't I?
Oh, you did the push-ups so you could have a nap,
Yeah.
but you failed to do 50, and then
And
you
then didn't deserve the nap that you was trying to get.
the references to dodgeball. You wouldn't believe it, Cotton.
You love to see it, Cotton.
There's Borat references and Austin Powers references for some reason.
Yeah, baby.
We made a random friend with someone in America who played Jackbox with us.
Quiplash is my new
Tom-
favourite thing.
Tom was reunited with his Irish lover.
Shout out to Den.
Who wouldn't shut up about. And at 4 a.m, if you look at the archive, me and Tom are playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and we just look so miserable. It is the worst. The worst.
Oh, it
But we
does
made
tickle
it.
me.
You fell asleep.
I did,
Like,
yeah. You can watch it all at our Twitch page, which is UDS Games, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all on VOD there, so if you want to watch us, we haven't time-stamped anything, but it's definitely worth watching.
It does timestamp some of the games.
Oh, does it?
So, yes, there you go.
Check out the Sega Mega Drive collection because it's quite an experience.
Golden Axe, God. But
What?
yes,
Not as good as Altered Beast.
I'm never doing that again. But Tom, you want to, don't you?
The longer we wait afterwards, the
Each
more I'm
day
thinking.
is like
yeah,
another.
Oh, that was actually pretty fun. Just playing video games with my bros for 24 hours. What could be better? Sleep.
Also, another momentous occasion. This is our first hands-free podcast No one else cares. But we've got lapel mics.
What are we going to do with our hands?
Oh my God.
That's up to you.
If you're listening to the audio version, we just did loads of wank signs.
Demonetised.
But
Should we get on with the show yet?
do we not have? Stead's found my elastic bands.
Oh no. Keeps us on our toes.
Do you not have one more thing to mention?
Is this the zine?
Yes.
We have a zine coming soon. We have been working together, the wider Upside Down Shark group, to make a little magazine zine.
UDSU.
With UDS Z.
No, Upside Down Shark Universe.
Oh, the extended cinematic Upside Down Shark universe. We have comic books. We have. Stop flicking elastic bands. It's very distracting.
I got the camera. Okay.
Cut. It's got comic books, an interview with Maggie Cassidy, who are a great upcoming British band. Our spotlight on Hollywood, or Hollywood Spotlight, whatever it's
Dobbie's
called.
Hollywood Spotlight Report.
I mean, I didn't know all the things that Tom York of Radiohead fame gets up to in his spare time, but you'll be able to find this zine very soon. We're going to put it up on our website, upsidedownshark.com, in its digital form, but we also have a select number of physical copies currently at the printers. So if you would like a copy, please let us know in the comments below, and providing the postage isn't too obscene, we will get one to you. If it is, you'll have to rely on the digital version.
And your printer.
Yes.
Well, we say your printer. Does anyone use their own printer these days? Just go to work and print it off and hope your boss doesn't catch you.
Well, hopefully.
It's funny. It's very good, very good.
It's very good, very good.
Shall we get on with the show?
Yeah, let's get on with the show. What's story number 1?
Okay. Do we do plugs?
Yes.
Okay. I was too busy not listening.
You were too busy raving.
X-Men in Avengers. What if?
Yeah, so one of the sort of the big things leading into Endgame before it was released was, would the X-Men be in it? Because obviously Disney had acquired or was in the process of acquiring Fox and Fox's properties, such as the X-Men. And so this whole idea of bringing in the multiverse meant that could they slowly integrate the X-Men into the wider MCU? Didn't happen, spoiler alert, in Endgame. But that's not to say it wasn't considered, because the Russo brothers, in a recent piece with IGN, said that they, of all of the characters from the X-Men they wanted to introduce, Wolverine was number 1 in the list. And I quote, Joe Russo said, "I'd love to see a fiercely motivated Wolverine go up against Thanos. And it's not our job to give people what they want, it's to give them what they need." So as much as they would have loved it, and they know the fans would have loved it, they sort of admitted that it wouldn't have quite worked in the narrative they were telling in Endgame, which I agree, because I think with the amount of characters they were juggling already, adding any more would be probably overkill, some might say.
That's a weird thing to say, though, because I feel like they just didn't have the rights to him at the time.
I think they could have probably got away with it in the grand scheme of things, but they also said in a recent AMA that if they would love to come back to superhero movies to direct a Wolverine movie, so that would be pretty cool.
I think they really like Wolverine.
I think it sounds like they just really like Wolverine.
He's the best X-Man.
You think?
Prove me wrong. Well, I suppose they're named after Professor X.
Yeah.
But tell me one who's better.
He's up there.
Exactly.
Professor X is pretty cool, and Magneto by sort of.
Magneto, yeah, but he's the villain. Is he the villain? He's more of the anti-hero these days, isn't he?
Yeah, well, the parallel that they always derive between them is Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. That Martin Luther King wanted integration and everyone to sort of live in the world together, whereas Malcolm X was like, no, we're the superiors. We want to have segregation, but we're the dominant group. And obviously you can see the parallels in Professor X and Magneto. So they're sort of, he's the best kind of villain. He's the villain with a understandable and relatable motive. Chug-a-lug instead. And
3 cans in.
3 cans in of the Buckfast. So I mean, I hope they let the X-Men have some time to cool off, because particularly if they are going to reboot it with a new cast, because obviously Hugh Jackman has said that he doesn't want to be Wolverine anymore. which is understandable because he's getting on a bit, and you have to get swole to play Wolverine. So I hope they give it some time to sort of let the last series die down and then bring it back.
Probably be like in 10 years' time or something.
I don't think they're going to give it that time.
Well,
I think 5 years is probably more
5 years.
realistic. They've got those dollar bills in their eyes, like only I do.
And then they did in the comic books as well. One of the mutants recently was revealed to have a power that, when she dies, she just restarts back again. And it sounds like her ongoing power was to try and make sure that the mutants don't become extinct. So with that in mind, they could easily put them into the MCU like, oh, we haven't seen them yet because she has kept them from being revealed to make sure that they don't get extinct.
It's interesting.
Yes,
I mean, there's so many ways. Now they've opened up like multiverse. They can literally...
Well, they've literally... Doctor Strange's next film is called something multiverse, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's got Scarlet Witch. And
Multiverse of Madness, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's got Scarlet Witch in as well. So it's going to be...
Magic!
Magic!
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see everyone. Like, that's the thing. It's like when you watch your Saturday morning cartoons. When you get the crossover, it's always just a little bit more exciting.
Yes, indeed.
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 But what do you think? Would you like to see Wolverine in the X-Men? In the X-Men, probably. In the Avengers? Let us know in the comments below.
If you want to see him in X-Men as well, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, stranger things have happened.
It has, season 3, now on Netflix.
It's very good. Very good, very good.
I've seen 2 episodes.
What do you think so far?
Lots of kids. Baldy. Bald kid. What else? Good soundtrack.
Yeah.
I like Winona Ryder.
She's mad.
There you go. Just mad in like Yo Dog, she's mad. Or
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Mad in real life as well.
yeah, I'm sure it's okay.
I'm sure you'll love it the more you watch it.
Okay.
But I'll tell you another series which I am very excited for, which I don't think anyone else would be, but I've got to put it in because, you know, it's my thing. It's my thing. My thing. Wheel of Time is a book series not too dissimilar to Game of Thrones in that it's this massive arcing fantasy narrative, but unlike Game of Thrones, it's actually finished. It's a 15-book series.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about
It's very, very detailed, amazing rich lore.
Would you say it's really good?
Yes, I would. So it focuses on a group of village children, effectively teenagers, that get whisked away on a amazing adventure which involves kings, demons, not dragons, but lots of cool things, basically.
Wheel of Time.
But it's not
Wheel
quite
of
as
Time,
X-rated
Wheel of Time.
as Game of
So what
Thrones.
makes it so good?
I think for me, it doesn't suffer from the massive lore dump that Game of Thrones does, where you have to know every working house and every sort of character within the house and their family trees, and they even put the family trees within the books, sort of.
And we still don't
appendix.
know how the White Walkers came to life. And you still haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I haven't. I know what happens though. But regardless, Wheel of Time doesn't rely too much on that. It's much more of an insular, smaller story as part of a wider world. So it's easier to have these relatable characters that you stick with the entire way. Albeit I'm only 6 books in, so that might all change, but I don't want any spoilers. But the point, why am I bringing up a book series that started 25 years ago? Probably close to 30 years ago now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because Amazon Studios, the same studios that made Sneaky Pete and The Tick,
High on Castle Hill? Is that one?
The Man on High Castle,
That's the one. They also do... we know a few.
Transparent,
Transparent.
Good Omens,
Top Gear number 2.
Grand Tour,
That thing I was telling you about. Documental.
Documental.
Watch that.
They have picked up Wheel of Time as a
Lord-
series.
They're making the Lord of the Rings. as
They're
well.
doing that one as well. And they have cast it, or at least cast the main characters. It's a lot of unknown actors and actresses, but the list so far is Rosamund Pike, who I have heard of, Madeline Madden, which is a great name.
Wow. I am a bad person for laughing at that.
Marcus Rutherford, Barney Harris, Zoe Robbins, and Josh Stradowski. Only one of those I've heard of
Can
before.
you say the last name in a Russian-ish accent, please?
Josh Stradowski.
Worth it.
That wasn't worth it. But I'm liking that they've cast a predominantly unknown cast because
You don't know whether they're rubbish or yet.
well, not even that. It's more a case that you can, when you don't have sort of the baggage of the actor, sort of you've seen them in everything. It's easier to sort of imagine them as the character they are. That's how I think Game of Thrones started off on such a strong foot. Is that you did have obviously Sean Bean in there, but you had a predominantly brand new cast. And so those actors effectively became those characters. Like, I think more people, if they walk past Kit Harington, they'd be like, that's Jon Snow. They wouldn't say, oh, it's Kit Harington. So
They wouldn't go, that's Maisie Williams. They'd go, you're that girl with no face.
exactly.
Or Sophie Turner.
You're awful.
Why did you ruin the X-Men?
That's what I would say, says I. But yes, I'm very excited about this. It's still very much in early days. There is no tentative release date yet. But it sounds like Amazon are going all guns blazing to make this a thing. There was once a very, very poor pilot for a Wheel of Time series. I think it's early 2000s, late 90s with Billy Zane as the star. It's not good.
Well,
you can watch the whole.
For that, no?
You can watch the whole thing on Amazon, on YouTube. It's not great.
Just like there was other pilots that are bad. The IT Crowd. the
Yes.
American
Oh
version,
Lord, it's bad.
and Red Dwarf they did with Americanized, and it was bad too.
Ugh. Those Americanized, unless it's The Office, they very much fall on their face.
Phallus.
They fall on their phallus more often than not.
We've all been there.
You just never can tell when it's going to happen.
Going on today, in our own Wheel of Time, is a games convention called Gamescom. Gamescom? Gamescom. Gamescom. Gamescom? Gamescom.
Carry on. Keep going.
Gamescom.
James Caan.
Gamescom.
James Con.
James Con.
James Con. What's going on, at James Con?
Oh, I've had a long day.
I was the sleepy one before this. You can't falter now.
I wasted all my energy on the intro, Tom, which I barely did anything for. Gamescom is on, and it's in recent years it's come up more and more in like announcements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not on the big heights of E3 or anything like that. And it's going on right now. The Google Stadia announcement just happened. I'm not sure what they've announced yet. But Xbox had theirs, and they've announced that some Halo people are coming to Gears of War 5. If that interests you. Do you like Gears of War? Do you like
I played the second one. That was good.
Okay. Also, Super Hot and Hotline Miami are coming to Switch right now. Today, they're here. So if you haven't played those two games, they're very good. Very
Hotline
good.
Miami is sick.
It's very good. The soundtracks, I love the soundtrack.
I've always wanted to go as one of the guys from Hotline Miami for Halloween.
Me
Just
too.
animal mask and
Yeah, varsity jacket.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We should do that for Halloween
Yes,
episode.
And we would just know each other. No one else would get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Take a baseball bat.
We'll do that. And also, in what's becoming the best relationship since Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, Nintendo and Xbox have partnered again, and Ori Wind of Will of the Wisps, which is a 2D platformer, very nice looking, was Xbox exclusive, is now being released for Switch.
Good synergy. Good
And,
synergy.
PUBG, have you heard of that?
Plunkbat, yes.
Yes, I remember that. No, it's PUBG.
It's Plunkbat.
Okay. Well, that's going to be, what do they call it? Cross-platform. If you're on your Xbox and I'm on a PlayStation 4,
We can play together.
play together.
And I'll
that's
win.
Slowly becoming the norm now, which is good.
It's
right?
good. No barriers.
No barriers. Just like the X-Men.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
But apart from that, I don't think there's any other Gamescom news that has come out right now that I'm aware of.
Interesting.
So, I think
Is it time
it's time.
for...
Releases this week.
Ah!
No, it's not. I didn't do. I'm thinking about how to do new releases, people. Right. So if you love new releases, just let me know. I'm trying to think of a different way to do them. Maybe like signage or something. Who knows? But barring that, is it time for Track of the Week?
It is. This is Patent Pending with punk rock songs. These are a very established, very famous pop punk band. If you haven't heard of them, check out their song Hey Mario as well. It's a great retelling of Mario and Princess Peach's relationship. But they are renaming August Pop Punk Party Month because they've got their new single out and it's very, very good. And they also have a new tour coming out soon, which we will talk about afterwards. But without further ado, unless you have anything to add.
Let's go.
While you're out there living your life, I've been spending most of mine trying to be a part of yours, 3 minutes at a time. I've been laying tracks down, trying to find my way to be the background sound to your glory days. And the best it ever gets is he come and see us for a night, but that show it always ends. Yeah, they're gonna kill those lights, and you'll get back to living, and I get back on that bus. We either keep driving cause we're driven, or we're just too dumb to give up. So here we go, back down this lonely road. Leave a little piece of my soul right there in that microphone. Well, they ain't ever made me a dime, but they help me find where I belong. I swear the greatest nights of my life I spent singing these punk rock songs. I met a kid in London who said she got the rocket on her sleeve to remind her when she's lost and left with nothing. She's always got a second family, cause it's more than just a place that we go, more than just some banners and bands. It's the greatest people I'll ever know. It's what made me who I am. So here we go, back down this lonely road. Leave a little piece of my soul right there in that microphone. Well, they ain't ever made me a dime, but they help me find where I belong. I swear the greatest nights of my life I spent singing these punk rock songs. All the roadside calls and I misuse every I'm coming home soon. Scribbled set lists and flooded green rooms. Another year spent paying dues, walking t-shirts on broken tables, lugging that gear through the rain, blasting old guitars through busted cables. To think we only have ourselves to blame for every empty gas tank and wallet, pushing that van another mile. Almost so close I can taste it, yeah, they still make me smile. Cause I'm proud of where we come from, and every lesson learned since. If I could redo all we done, I wouldn't change a single thing. So here we go, back down this lonely road. Leave a little piece of my soul right there in that microphone. Well, they ain't ever made me a dime, but they help me find where I belong. I swear the greatest nights of my life I spent singing these punk rock songs. We were singing that whoa,
Hi, this is Frank Turner, and you are lucky enough to be listening to Upside Down Shark Radio.
It's Patent Pending with punk rock songs. You can check them out on their tour starting today.
Today? You sure I didn't go in the document and delete a few dates from yesterday?
Maybe, but starting today, you can see them in Glasgow, tomorrow in Newcastle. You can't see them on the 21st.
Let's say the dates, just in case people are listening to this late.
So the 19th of August,
there you go.
today, they are playing Glasgow at King Tut's Wawa Hut. 20th of August at Newcastle's Think Tank. 21st of August, You can see him at the Deaf Institute in Manchester, but not if you haven't already got tickets, because that's sold out.
They're like hotcakes. They are like hotcakes.
And then 22nd of August, you can see him at Bristol's The Fleece. Never heard of that venue. And then on the 23rd and the 24th at Reading and Leeds Festival, respectively.
You got any interest in watching any of the stuff that's happening at Reading Festival this year?
You sound like Boomhauer from King of the Hill there. I didn't understand a word of that. Dig on, Reading Festival.
That's a very timely reference.
Dang it, Barbie.
Blimey, Pugger.
Propane.
You got any interest in watching Reading Festival at all?
Nah.
No.
It peaked in 2014 and that was it.
Who was? Oh, that's when you went.
That's when I went.
Yeah.
What was your favourite Reading Festival?
Actually, probably not one I went to. So
Wow, which one?
I've probably had good moments at Reading festivals, but I just can't remember them. I remember once. So I went there once or twice before and had such an awful time that I didn't camp on site. I got a hotel.
Oh no.
But because of that, getting the bus into the festival meant that I missed a secret set from Green Day.
Oh, pepperonis.
Oh, that's what I said. I've had some good times there. I saw Muse and got a bottle of pee thrown over my head.
Down, 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 down. Pee.
Yeah. I was saying I didn't really watch any of Glastonbury apart from one band who I really liked. Fowls.
Fowls.
I liked them after seeing them live at Glastonbury.
It's good when a band does that to you.
Yes.
But yes, thank you, Patent Pending, for Punk Rock Songs. It's a good song.
Yeah, I hope you have a good Reading and Leeds festival.
And I hope you've got your litigations papers sorted because the patent is pending. What's next on the docket, Craig? Save me, I'm drowning here.
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, so Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is Quentin Tarantino's 9th movie, I think. It's his latest movie, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and has come out to much fanfare because obviously Tarantino films are not that frequent and he has got a pretty stellar track record when it comes to movies. But personally, I found the latest one horrendously boring, and I just wanted to get the audience's opinions, if they are listening or watching, as to what they thought, because I thought it was a lot of style and a lot of, a good veneer, but without a lot of substance. And I think that's a shame because a lot of his films are very stylized and artsy, if you want to use a colloquial term, but I thought this one just doesn't have the punch that a lot of his does. It's sort of a lot of build up to a climax that never comes. Stay mature, Craig, stay mature. What is your opinion on Tarantino movies? How many have you seen? Have you got a favourite?
I liked Kill Bill 1. I thought number 2 was a bit long in the tooth. What else? Django Unchained.
Django.
That's really stupid.
I love it.
I just like I feel like the main character could have a potato gun in his, and like it would fire at people, and they would just still somehow go
So good.
5 feet backwards. What's the other? My mind's blanking, Tom. Can you give me some help?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction's alright. Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
I haven't seen it.
It's my favourite one personally.
True that. Soundtrack is fantastic.
Certainly is. You got Jackie Brown, Death Proof, Hateful Eight.
Death Proof is also really good.
Yeah.
Another fantastic soundtrack.
Tell you what I am looking forward to. I haven't. So there is rumours, and I believe he's
Rumours and
confirmed,
innuendo.
of course, that he will be directing a Star Trek film.
Yeah, there's been these prevailing rumours for the past couple of years, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Sure, you know?
Well, he says he's only doing one more movie and then he's retiring.
Yeah,
So.
but people say loads of stupid stuff.
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah, The Rock's had like 5 last ever matches. You know, who cares? People say stuff. Give me more money. Yeah, there you go. We'll do it.
Then he smells what's cooking. He's like, smells pretty good.
No, actually, not money. Just feet. Throw loads of feet his way, and he'll like that.
Who, The Rock or Quentin?
Both.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like what a way to go out though, doing an R-rated Star Trek film in the Chris Pine universe. Who wouldn't want that?
Would it be in the Chris Pine universe?
There was the rumours recently.
Pineverse? The Pine Forest.
Well, I want them to merge it with the rumours that they were going to do a prequel to the Pineverse, which would have Chris Hemsworth in, because he plays the dad, doesn't he?
The most satisfying thing about what you just said is how you managed to merge the words merge and mould.
Mold.
Molded.
We're gonna mold them together.
I very much enjoyed that. Very good, very good.
So yeah, Kill Bill is my favourite Tarantino film.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. What's yours?
Probably Reservoir Dogs, along with
Yeah.
Producer's Dead. It's very raw.
Yep.
Not a lot to it. Could very well be a play because it's basically all done in one set.
Yeah. Yeah.
But great stuff.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It's effectively 2.5 hours of Tarantino saying, "This is how much I know about Hollywood."
Does he know a lot?
Yeah.
And then he gets Brad Pitt and Leo to act in it, so that makes sense.
Yeah. It's got a brief cameo by Kurt Russell as well, who's pretty cool.
Would you like to know my anecdote about the film?
Yes.
I booked 2 films to see at the cinema last week on the Wednesday. 2 films.
2 film Craig.
One of them was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in the afternoon, and in the morning was Toy Story 4.
And you saw neither.
I saw Toy Story 4, and then I went home.
Why?
Toy Story 4 is a good film. I didn't,
I liked it. Yeah, it's good.
What I wanted to watch Hobbs and Shaw, but it was like finish Toy Story 4 and then wait 4 hours for Hobbs and Shaw, and I'm not going to do that. So I booked Once Upon a Time, and then I was like, I can't bother. I'm going home.
Okay. I thought you were too emotionally drained after Toy
Oh,
Story.
it's good, man. Tell you though, it's a different type of emotion than number 3.
Yeah, it's much less devastating. It's
But
more life
still,
affirming.
It's still like, I'm never going to see you again. Sort of emotion, you know.
Number
3's like, we're all going to die. Number 4 is like, we're not going to die. I'm just not going to see you. Bye.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. You've seen it, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I preferred it immeasurably more than 3.
Because it was less emotionally draining.
I find number 2 the most emotionally draining.
Why?
Getting toys out of the boxes.
For God's sake.
There's so much value being lost.
Yeah, but Stinky Pete, Sideshow Bob, you know.
I told you not to call me that on camera. What's next on the docket?
We don't call it a docket.
What's next on the
Tumblr. I barely know her.
Hey! Who still uses Tumblr?
If you search somewhere, there's probably our old blog.
Yeah, we set up our first website on Tumblr.
Well, you got the first blog, which had remember your bloggy one you had?
Yeah.
And then we went, it's easy to set up a website with Tumblr, so we did it that way. And then we transitioned to Squarespace.
You can get $3 and you can't really.
Tom's going to set up ads one day.
One day.
Tumblr was bought by Yahoo? Is that
Yes, so they were bought by Yahoo back in 2013 for, I believe, $1.2 billion.
And this was when Yahoo wasn't really at the height they once were. They
No.
were on the come down a little bit.
But they were still a big player in the whole search and email field. And it's worth, just for context, remembering that I believe it was the year before, Facebook acquired Instagram for a similar price.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Wasn't that 2 billion?
I believe it was a bit less.
I can have a look.
Fact check. But regardless, it was still 7-figure or whatever.
A lot of
number.
money.
A lot of money for two, at the time, supposedly comparable companies. Instagram is I think is the second biggest social media platform, second to Facebook at the moment. Tumblr is not doing so hot.
Yes, 1 billion.
So yes, so
how much Facebook bought Instagram?
so there you go. That shows you
300 million in cash, the rest in Facebook stock.
which is probably worth infinitely more than 1.2 billion now, or 1 billion. But yes, so why are we talking about Tumblr now?
It was a very popular platform for expressionist art of all varieties.
Yeah, and then they stopped all adult content and lots of...
So that was Yahoo went really downhill. They were bought by a company called Oath. So obviously Oath took over Tumblr as well. And they were like, what do we do with this? So they thought, we need to get this child for it. There was
There was some child abuse allegations that
yes.
some very dodgy content was getting on there, and so they decided to just put the ban hammer down, and anything adult related was gone, which obviously had a knock-on effect on a lot of niche communities that thrived on Tumblr, like the LGBT community, which effectively was one of the most prominent voices on Tumblr and I know anecdotally that a lot of the community has moved over to Twitter now. So yeah, Tumblr has gone on a bit of a face plant, really, much like that sentence, because 6 years ago, 1.2 billion, been sold this week or the week just gone to the company that owns WordPress for $3 million. That's not an exaggeration. That is
$3 million, Cal.
about 1% of its original value.
So this is like they got it for 1% of a Tumblr, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What are we shocked? I don't know anyone who uses it anymore.
Well, it's more just a shock that Yahoo thought it was a good idea to buy it for that much way back in the day, and then their poor mismanagement made it one of the worst performing platforms ever.
The nerdy Mark in the chat says, no more sexy on Tumblr.
Apparently not.
I want to agree. So WordPress are already a blogging platform. What do we reckon is going to happen to it?
I have a feeling that Tumblr may just quietly go the way of MySpace.
I reckon they should have sold it to Pornhub.
They were looking to buy it at one point.
That would have been good.
I think that could have actually revived it quite considerably, but
It would have got everyone interested. So what are we saying? Like, just don't trust internet booms? Is that it?
I say stick with the only true website, Friendster, and UpsideDownShow.com.
Okay. I wondered where you were going with it. Now Tom's just looking at his phone.
Just seeing what the time was.
Okay. It's time to talk about Richard Williams.
Dick Williams?
That's what they call him.
Dick Willie. Oh no, this is very inappropriate. Carry on.
It is. He recently passed away.
Oh no. Poor Dick Willie.
He's an Oscar-winning animator who worked on a cult classic, one I really like and I don't think gets enough appreciation, is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Good film.
He died at the age of 86.
That's a ripe old age.
It is. So not only do we not have Bob Hoskins, but we have
No dick. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So yeah, it's we'd like to, he is potentially the most important animator of the last 50 years, bringing stuff to life that people could only imagine, really. But he did it,
He did do it. It is
did.
done.
So rest in peace.
Thank you for your service to animation.
Of course. So is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Nope, unless we have any questions in the chat. I will check now.
Instead, have we had anything fun come through? Or not so fun?
Apart from Dobbie swearing.
Okay.
Apparently, I've been cancelled, so that's good.
That's good, yep.
It's been a good run.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I think we are done. So thank you very much for listening to episode 84 of Upside Down Shark Radio. If you like the show and you want to support us, please subscribe and share with your friends. We love it when people talk about us, particularly Craig. And make sure to find us on the socials to keep the conversation going.
Don't say socials in public.
Box socials. At UDS Radio on Twitter, Upside Down Shark Radio on Facebook, and Upside Down Shark on Instagram.
Well remembered these days. He's got it down to a T.
And we may very well even be streaming this Thursday at UDS Games on Twitter.
If everything goes
Twitch.
to plan.
I meant Twitch. So close to it being perfect.
Compliment was too early.
I'm sleepy.
I'm not too sure what we'll be playing yet.
Quick flash, please.
Or who will be playing, but we shall see.
But if it's something multiplayer and you want to join in, I'm sure we can facilitate some online play as well.
Easier if it's Jackbox then, in that case.
He said it. I've been Tom.
I've been Craig.
And this has been episode 8. Oh, no, wait. And who's spat over there?
It's me.
It's Stead.
Yeah, it's me.
Just said it's me.
It's me, the head. And this has been episode 84 of Art Attack. Thank you very much.